and the Browns have held.
Excellent play by Ward, but an even better play when you consider that how critical.
Off to his left. So, okay, let me give him a little time in there, and then I'll come back out of it. But
talking about, you don't see many young players at wide receiver come in at the top of that route. You see, I mean,
the same exact stutter move that we saw A.J. Green have on crossing. Higgins does it right here, performs it.
You've got outside leverage. You got to stay outside, right? Force the receiver into that post safety. You bite on the inside.
Back to that big one to Moore. Yeah, double move right there, one-on-one. He gets past Williams and
thing they do, but if you give Judy, look, this guy's got great speed. Give him a chance.
In this game of 10+.
Ron, watch. Great route by Hilton, just getting Nelson on his toes.
This is just a really good route by Brandon Cooks. I mean, he really didn't have to do much. He just kind of gives a little stutter, and he blows right by the defender. Deshaun Watson, no.
All first half, they baited the secondary by going and running these little underneath routes, and then all of a sudden, CeeDee Lamb goes up and then shoots right up.
And it's good for 54. Really good job on the release right there. Gets the separation. A great move right there, but tremendous hustle.
Is very good at teaching this kind of coverage. You see J.C. Jackson right there. Stabs him with his outside hand. Then comes back, stabs him with his inside hand. Here, he's just trying to lock him down.
The guy just keeps watch. Here's another quick release, working against Malcolm Butler. And then just laying out.
Has some serious juice, and he gets in there, little double move, and just runs to Cooper for 70 yards.
Oh, they said Michael Gallup had him for the whole first half. We're going to pass him on over to Amari Cooper. Let Amari Cooper get some yards and get some yak. He hasn't gotten involved in this game, so what is it?
Maybe a slight little push off. But that separation has been really the difference in the game.
We know who's lined up on Michael Gallup. It's DeQuette. We know he's a liability.
Pending the conversion.
Nobody is better getting releases off the ball. Watch the little quick footwork, and he runs so many slants, you have to play that.
Deshaun Jackson, you know, it's always been deceptive. He's always been deceptive with the speed, and he is literally just pulling away from Chidobe Awuzie, and there's no one that's going to catch him. I think he needs to trademark this.
To Devontae Adams' shoes. Watch him stop and come back. He's going to get double teamed on the play, make a little inside move. He's going to stop, and there go the Titans. He's coming back the other way.
Look at the body control of Michael Gallup. Look at that, man. That.
Oh, but really nice adjustment here by DJ Chark going up and high pointing it. I mean, he's going to get double covered. You see, he's working on the corner. There's the safety. He splits both of them, and then,
wow. Him a little hand. Little Michael Jordan against Brian Russell right there at the end of the play. Goes to the sideline.
The brakes on. So he gets him started, and then he puts the brakes on right there. And good anticipation, good throw by Trubisky.
From the inside to the outside, which allowed the time for Mike Evans right here on the go. Stop right there, and
man, this is a really good stutter right there that he gets crossing and just bites.
Or the football, but it looked like Barrett did a really good job in driving his hands up through the ball.
You watch it, a little move to the corner and then back to the post, trying to split both defenders. As I said, great job by Howard.
Make sure that this ball ends up in your hands or on the ground.
they start him in the slot, and it gives you a lot of field. You know, and that's what Kirk Cousins is seeing now. If he presses that a little bit more.
Just going to see he's going to run the slant. He's going to have to fight through a lot of contact as he breaks out from Averett. Just a really good job there. You know, they're going to let you play a little bit. There's going to be some contact. You got to be more physical.
Is going to go with Justin Jefferson, which is different from what it has been in previous matches.
Force out to the sideline here, and watch Roberts gets his feet tied up. He goes down. No safety over the top. You're just playing in the middle of the field with Harms. Godwin, just throw it out there. Throw that right mid out there. Bring it into your body. Tom Brady holds the safety in the middle of the field. The safety is going to go toward the field, and he gets the one-on-ones right there.
And then Thielen did a flip after getting 19 yards.
Well, Lattimore fell down on the other side.
Fourth team. He's played in the Super Bowl with his 3 previous teams for 21.
It's such a good route by Emmanuel Sanders in the throw. You know, it's a perfect throw by Drew Brees as well, that you shade it to the inside, let him go in and make a... It's the right idea. They're trying to run a natural pick with the man coverage.
He's in a zone coverage. He's just going streaking down the middle of the football field, and the safety just is flat-footed right here. You got to stay as deep as the deepest. That's beautifully executed as Brock comes up here and makes this tackle.
Hey, let him play a little bit here. Look at the arms entangled just a little bit. Wide receiver pushing a little bit. DB grabbing a little bit. Get too fast. Get sped up. But he's really patient here with Ayuk, letting him have time to come out of the break, and great protection up front.
Derek Carr does a nice job of working all the way to the backside, but Xavier Howard has been incredible this year. You see him break balls just a little bit behind. And this is interesting right here. When I was talking to Ryan Fitzpatrick earlier in the week, he was talking about teaching Tua what open is.
Got to go down and get it. It's a really nice adjustment.
Joe Wards. Well, Perriman, this ball hits him in the hands. It couldn't have been thrown any better from Darnold, but give the credit to Ward.
By Allen Robinson, who's been just outstanding. His second straight season with 90 receptions and 1,100 receiving yards.
This is a really good job by Crossan, just being where he needed to be, making a play on the ball.
Everything right. Just watch this. This is a throwback. And look at Herndon. He's in great position. Look, he's everything right. Now just turn back and find the football. I mean, there's no chance.
You catch the ball as a receiver like AJ does here. He runs a really good route. He beats the defender Crossan, but he doesn't quit.
Well, they bracket Justin Jefferson. He's taking it deep. They're going to get a shot on him, but Thielen, Janoris Jenkins just has not been able to stay with him. You see Justin Jefferson, they've got 2-on-1 on him, making sure that he doesn't get down the field. And then Kirk Cousins reads it perfectly.
When that he overthrew his guy, but Cooks, man, this guy can fly, and you saw him at the tail end of this, putting his head down, trying to get there.
On the backside, and right now they're having a hard time covering.
Entire career, but you see Crossan right there. He's been primarily the defender on A.J. Green, and he's had really good coverage, and he does right there, but A.J. Green.
You better start doubling number 12. I mean, because 34 has no chance. I mean, Greg,
this is so close.
Check his feet. That's a touchdown.
Opportunities that as a young receiver, these are the ones you got to win. I mean, it's tremendous coverage.
You really got this sense of him believing in what he provides this offense as a thrower of the football. I like that. Keon Crossan, he's been over and covering a lot of these receivers, and he's been a glove.
This defense, even though they've given up some yards here the last couple series, and Cleveland's getting themselves into position, it's really impressive.
Look at the height. See that size? And then push off and go right inside. And then the strong hands at the end of the catch. And he almost finishes the game for the Steelers.
Ben thought he had it.
To be saving this time for the last 4 minutes of the game, and one-on-one battles has been the story all night long. Maybe a little push there by Aguilar, but track the football, make the catch, and then it was the run after catch. Well done, just weaving back and forth.
To last week in the Broncos, their passing game, it was small ball. Drew Lock didn't attempt one pass over 16 yards the entire game.
For Ronald Darby, number 23. Reading it all the way back into the quarterback. That was a play.
Ended in the turnover as they try to get points.
Yeah, and how's this for a tight window and a contested catch? Boy, Michael Davis.
As we take another look.
Well, Davis has been all over it. I mean, all game.
The quickness in his releases. And remember, this is all with his feet. I know that may sound like something normal to the average person, but most receivers are going to do a little hand fighting. He really doesn't. He works so hard and practices so hard.
Water puts some air under it. 44 yards had to happen at some point on. We've talked about it throughout this game.
Doesn't fall for. Watch how he gets over this pick. He doesn't fall for it. He knows exactly what route's coming. He doesn't try and go underneath.
More, he talked about, hey, in my first couple years in the league, I was really a short route runner. I've added the intermediate and deep routes. Which is on the year. They could have used that one there. But Darby with another play. Bridgewater thought he'd stay to the outside. See? Watch him go back. Now he's got to cut inside. And Darby's already got him in the hip pocket.
Boy, it really was. And Campbell really patient, stays inside, and just plays
to the season.
Well, Cooper Kupp is his primary target on third downs. And there's
watch the way that Davante Adams takes a little hesitation step here, working against the Dory Jackson again. Little hesitation, and now turn on the Jets after that. He works very hard at timing up.
Coming back, and Amari Cooper runs just an over route and literally is just running away from Marcus Epps, the safety. Nice throw and catch. And
undrafted free agent out of Louisiana.
Yeah, and you see that they're going to keep putting Michael Gallup. Now he stumbles coming out, and you see the hold he did. That's the big play that Philadelphia needed. Slay is all the way out to the right side, and they drop back in coverage. And wow, what an athletic play.
Improvisation became the word. Didn't have what he wanted regularly. Looked like he was going to run for it, but sees his receiver in a beautiful throw. And look at the footwork.
Coverage there by Shaq Griffin. Reynolds trying to run the slant route. He undercuts it. Maybe
a call here. You're going to end up on 3rd and 1. You know you're going to get man-to-man coverage. One of your faster players going down the field is better at running this slant route than A.J. Brown. He has put up numbers that are just astronomical, 225 pounds, and he is just one of those guys.
Don't talk to me. With J.C. Jackson, you see him, he's just reading his eyes. Here you see Stephon try to create some.
First round, and he's come into his own this season, but tonight, 0.
He came into Jair Alexander tonight out there and running a quick out. He was all over this. He ran this route before Smith did.
McCourty's here on the outside playing with his hips open, really bailing for the 9 route, the go route, wants to protect against the deep stuff. And you just see the Stephon just puts on the brakes.
Holmes did 2 weeks ago.
The ability to get your hips flipped so you can get squared up and throw that ball.
One of the things that you have to do, they call it plaster coverage. When Patrick Mahomes pulls that ball down and starts moving outside the pocket, you've got to lock onto your guy and stay with him.
Even Jones on Kelsey, so nice job by that secondary.